My child, a person will disappear from your life in November, and I will tell you who this person is. But I want you to stop doing everything else, and don't seek another word for today, for this is your final words, and the only sign that will manifest in the month of November, and you truly deserve to know this information ahead of time for a reason. My child, I know you've been praying, waiting, and seeking. You have been trying to understand the purpose behind everything that has happened in your life. Every connection, every disappointment, every person who came and went. You have been trying to make sense of the reasons why certain people stay and others leave, and why things don't always seem to align the way you expected. My child, I know the emptiness you have felt when people left without explanation, when hearts turned cold, or when dreams dissolved in ways that felt unfair. I know the weight you carry in your chest, the quiet ache of longing for connection, and the silent prayers whispered in the stillness of the night. Every tear you shed, every moment you doubted yourself, I have been there. I have seen it all, and I have not turned away from you. I have not forgotten the pain that seems endless, nor the hope that flickers weakly but refuses to die. For even in your suffering, there is a purpose beyond the vision of your mortal eyes. Even in the departure of those you love, there is meaning that your spirit can one day understand. The person who will disappear in November is not simply leaving your life. Their absence is a doorway. It is not a punishment, nor a rejection of your worth. It is a step in a path that only you can walk, a path that has been quietly unfolding since the day you were born. I have prepared you for this moment with every lesson you did not know you were learning, with every heartbreak that taught resilience, and with every joy that showed you light even in darkness. Their departure is a signal, a turning of the tide, and a silent invitation to turn toward your own destiny with courage and clarity. Do not fear the void they leave behind, for the space they occupy in your heart is not meant to remain empty. It is meant to be filled with understanding, with clarity, and with a deeper connection to the truth that lies within you. You will learn to see what has always been hidden, to hear what has always been whispered, and to trust the rhythm of life that moves through all things. This person's absence is not a loss without meaning. It is a quiet blessing disguised in the sorrow of farewell. You have been searching for answers in every corner of your life, in conversations, in memories, in moments of reflection that stretched long into the night. You have asked, why me? Why now? Why do things happen as they do? The answers you seek are not always spoken in words. Some truths reveal themselves only in the movement of time, in the shifting of hearts, in the unfolding of events that seem random, but are guided by a hand you cannot yet see. Trust that the timing of your life is precise. Trust that every encounter, every departure, every blessing and trial has been orchestrated for the growth of your soul and the fulfillment of your purpose. Do not cling to the presence of those who must leave. Do not resist the change that is coming. For the strength you require is not found in holding on to what is fleeting, but in embracing the flow of life, the certainty of transformation, and the light that awaits on the other side of sorrow. Your heart is not broken because you are unworthy. Your heart is strong because it has survived, it has learned, and it is ready to receive what is meant for you. The month of November will mark a threshold. You will feel a shift, subtle at first, almost imperceptible, and then undeniable. You will recognize the absence of this person, not as a wound to mourn endlessly, but as a truth that illuminates the next chapter of your journey. There is wisdom hidden in endings, clarity concealed in goodbyes, and freedom that comes only when you release what cannot remain. I have placed this knowledge in your heart, so that when the moment arrives, you will meet it not with fear, but with understanding. You will recognize the sacred order of life, and see that no departure is meaningless. Do not let bitterness take root. Do not let anger blind you to the lessons being revealed. Even as your world shifts, even as the familiar fades, remain centered in the truth of your being. Your spirit is a vessel of strength and grace. You have endured storms that tested every fiber of your soul, and still, you have walked forward. You have prayed when hope seemed distant, and you have loved when love seemed impossible. These are not small victories, my child. These are proof of the light within you. Proof that no shadow can overcome the fire of your essence. Remember this: absence does not equal rejection, endings do not equal failure, and departures do not erase the value of what was shared. Every soul you encounter leaves a mark, a reflection of a lesson, a mirror of growth. The person who will leave is no exception. They have played their part, as all must, in the symphony of your life. And just as the stars move across the sky, just as the seasons change without asking permission, so too do people come and go according to the wisdom that governs all existence. When November arrives, and you feel the void, pause. Sit in stillness. Let the silence speak. Let the emptiness teach, and let the truth descend gently upon you. You will know them in the memory of their impact, in the echoes of shared laughter, in the tenderness of moments that can never be repeated. And in that knowing you will find a profound clarity, that their leaving is not the end, but a continuation of the journey toward the life that awaits you, the purpose that calls your name, and the love that has never left you, not even for a moment. Do not rush to replace what has been lost. Do not seek comfort outside of yourself. The answers, the guidance, the light you seek, reside within your own heart. It has been growing, expanding, and preparing you for a time when you will no longer need to search externally. All the signs you have sought, all the messages you have awaited, have been within you, patiently waiting for you to recognize them. November is a marker, a moment to awaken fully to the wisdom you have carried all along. Your journey will not be the same without this person, and that is precisely the point. You are being invited to rise beyond dependence, beyond expectation, and beyond the limitations of what you once knew. Your spirit is being called to stand firmly in the truth of who you are, to embrace the unknown, and to step into a reality that will honor your heart in ways that have been impossible while this person remained close. Love them in memory, honor them in gratitude, but do not hold them in captivity. Let them go freely, just as you must learn to release your attachment to the past. Only in this freedom will you find the fullness of your being, the depth of your own heart, and the path that has always been waiting for you. Every step you take in understanding, in acceptance, in forgiveness, brings you closer to the destiny that is uniquely yours. I have given you foresight, a glimpse, a whisper of what is to come, not to burden you but to prepare you. You are strong enough to bear this knowledge. You are wise enough to see the hidden blessing. You are loved beyond measure, beyond comprehension, beyond the presence or absence of any other soul. And when November comes, you will not be alone. You will be held, guided, and supported in ways that are invisible but unshakable. My child, hear these words as I pour them into your heart, for every moment of struggle you have endured has not been in vain. The trials you face, the losses you endure, the heartbreaks that pierce your spirit, and the moments that leave you questioning your own strength, they are not punishments, nor are they signs that you are less than what you were meant to be. Life does not conspire to destroy you. Rather, life is a teacher, guiding your soul gently. Even when the lessons feel sharp and unyielding, you have often wondered why things do not unfold as you expected. You have asked why the plans you laid with hope and faith sometimes crumble, why people you trusted leave unexpectedly, and why the path you walked with certainty turns into a maze of confusion. My child, I tell you now that these moments are not meant to make you weak. They are meant to awaken you, to stir within you the strength you have not yet realized, to show you dimensions of yourself that you could not have seen if life had been simple, predictable, or always comfortable. Every challenge is an invitation to rise, every obstacle a door to a greater version of yourself, every pain a teacher that reveals the depth and resilience of your soul. There is a rhythm to life, one that does not always align with your own timing. Events occur, people come and go, seasons shift and circumstances change, but none of it is wasted. Even the moments that feel empty, meaningless, or devastating carry within them the seed of transformation. A tree does not grow stronger by avoiding storms. It grows stronger because the winds test its roots. So too does your spirit strengthen not through ease but through the moments that stretch you, the circumstances that challenge you, and the experiences that force you to confront the limits of what you believed possible. You may think that pain diminishes you, that loss leaves only emptiness, or that betrayal removes your ability to trust. Yet, my child, these are illusions. Each of these experiences is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the life that lies just beyond the horizon of your current understanding. Do not mistake difficulty for failure, nor suffering for weakness. They are not chains meant to bind you, but stepping stones meant to elevate you. In every tear shed and every wound felt, there is a lesson, a gentle whisper guiding you toward your true path, toward the next phase of your life where your soul will shine with clarity, purpose, and light. Understand that life does not move in straight lines. Plans, hopes, and desires often meet detours, delays, and disruptions. These are not accidents. They are deliberate pauses, necessary shifts that allow you to grow in ways that comfort could never achieve. Sometimes, the life you imagined is not the life you need. Sometimes, the people you hoped would stay are not meant to walk the next stage with you. And yet, each departure, each disappointment, each unexpected turn is precisely what positions you to meet the life that is waiting for you. A life that aligns with your soul, a life that stretches your heart in fullness, a life that nurtures your spirit rather than diminishes it. Do not fear these changes. Do not resist the unknown. The moments that seem like endings are often the beginnings of something greater, a new chapter that your heart has longed for but could not have arrived at without the previous lessons. The pain that seems unbearable is temporary, but the wisdom it brings is eternal. When you feel yourself faltering, when despair whispers that you cannot endure, remember that every hardship has a purpose beyond what your eyes can see. Even the deepest darkness serves to illuminate the light within you. Even the heaviest burdens teach you the grace of release. Even the sharpest wounds guide you toward the strength that has always been waiting quietly beneath the surface of your being. You may notice patterns in your life, moments when loss follows hope, when joy is fleeting, when people appear and disappear in ways that feel unpredictable. This is the nature of existence, my child, and it is not meant to discourage you. Each pattern is a teacher. Each cycle is a lesson. Each repetition is a step toward understanding the greater design of your life. Trust that the rhythm of your experiences, though often mysterious and seemingly harsh, is not arbitrary. It is purposeful. It is precise. It is carefully orchestrated to align you with the trajectory of your soul's evolution. You have been strengthened more than you know. Each challenge has tempered your spirit like metal in a fire. Each heartbreak has deepened your capacity for love. Each disappointment has expanded your understanding of patience, endurance, and hope. Every moment that seemed unbearable has left you stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the truths that matter most. My child, weakness is not the result of life's trials. It is a perception, a fleeting thought that fades when you embrace the full measure of your resilience. The reality is that you are already equipped with more strength than you have ever recognized, and every challenge simply illuminates it. When life seems to crumble around you, do not despair. Stand firm in the knowledge that these moments are shaping you, not shattering you. The hardships you face are not arbitrary punishments. They are instruments of growth, guides toward greater self-awareness, and heralds of the life that waits just beyond your current horizon. The storms that batter your spirit are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to awaken you, to cleanse what no longer serves you, and to reveal the path that your heart has been longing to follow. In these times of trial, listen closely. Listen to the quiet voice of your own spirit. Feel the subtle stirrings of hope, the faint glimmers of guidance, the gentle nudges that remind you of your worth, your potential, and your purpose. The lessons of life are not always shouted. Often they arrive softly, in whispers, in moments of solitude, in the stillness between breaths. When you pause and pay attention, you will recognize the signs of your growth, the markers of your progress, and the doors opening to the next phase of your life. Do not cling to the familiar out of fear of change. Do not resist the departure of people, situations, or expectations, for it is precisely their absence that allows the new to enter. Life's unfolding is not a punishment for mistakes or flaws. It is an intricate tapestry, weaving together experiences, encounters, and shifts to create a reality that is richer, deeper, and more aligned with the truth of your soul. When one chapter closes, it is not a loss. It is a necessary movement toward the chapter that has been waiting for you all along. Even when you cannot see the purpose, trust in it. Even when your heart aches with confusion or sorrow, trust in the unfolding. You are not abandoned. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. Every moment, whether joyful or painful, is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt is a stroke of divine intention, a piece of the design that will ultimately lead you to the fullness of your being. Your growth is not measured by the absence of struggle, but by your ability to rise through it. Your strength is not defined by the ease of your journey, but by your capacity to endure, to learn, and to transform. You are a vessel of resilience, a reservoir of courage, and a beacon of light that cannot be extinguished by circumstance. Life's trials do not make you less. They reveal how much more you are capable of becoming. Remember this, my child. Every person who leaves your life, every opportunity that slips away, every dream that changes shape, is a messenger. They bring lessons, closure, or preparation for what lies ahead. They are not the end. They are the threshold. When someone departs, they leave space for what is truly meant for you. When a dream falters, it opens the door for a vision greater than you could have imagined. When a challenge arises, it equips you for the heights you are destined to reach. The next phase of your life is already approaching. It is not distant. It is not conditional on the approval or presence of others. It is a reality waiting to be embraced, a journey waiting to be walked, and a potential waiting to be realized. Every experience you have lived, every hardship you have endured, every joy you have celebrated has been preparing you for this very moment. You are not too late, not too tired, not too broken. You are ready. Do not measure your progress by what you have lost. Do not count the empty spaces as failures. Instead, measure your growth by your ability to continue, your willingness to learn, your openness to transformation, and your courage to step forward even when the path is uncertain. You have endured, you have survived, and you have risen. And in rising, you are being guided toward a life of deeper meaning, truer purpose, and greater fulfillment than you ever thought possible. Every phase of life comes with its own challenges and revelations. Some will appear gentle, some will strike with intensity. Some will bring clarity immediately, others will require patience, reflection, and courage. Trust that each phase is aligned with your growth, each trial with your strength, and each moment of uncertainty with your ultimate awakening. There is a wisdom in the unfolding, a reason in the chaos, and a love that underpins every event in your life. Even the moments that feel like weakness, fear, or despair are not your undoing. They are the very moments that will allow your spirit to stretch, to expand, and to meet the next phase of your life fully prepared. You are being shaped into someone capable of embracing the extraordinary, someone who can walk through life with awareness, compassion, and strength. You are not being broken. You are being refined, prepared, and elevated. Do not resist this process. Do not rush it, and do not despise it. Life is not a series of random occurrences. It is a sacred journey, each moment a step on the path of your evolution. When you embrace it fully, even the struggles, you will discover a depth of resilience, a clarity of purpose, and a joy that cannot be taken from you. You will see that nothing in your life has been wasted, and that every trial has been an essential part of the story that is uniquely yours. You are stronger than you realize. You are wiser than you know. You are more capable, more resilient, and more luminous than the circumstances of life may have suggested. Every challenge you have faced, every loss you have endured, every unexpected turn you have walked through has been the preparation for a life that is waiting, a life that will reward your endurance, your patience, and your faith in the unseen. So walk forward without fear, without regret, without clinging to what must fall away. Trust in the wisdom of your journey. Trust in the process of life. Trust in the strength that has always been within you, even when you could not see it. For every phase of your life, every challenge, every ending, and every beginning is designed to bring you closer to the fullness of your being, the realization of your purpose, and the embrace of the life that is waiting just beyond the horizon. You are ready. You have been prepared. You have endured. And the next phase of your life is arriving, carrying with it the blessings, the lessons, and the opportunities that are meant for you. A life that will honor your spirit, illuminate your path, and awaken the deepest capacities of your heart.
Thanks for watching God's Words. Subscribe for daily divine message. Click on the notification button so you don't miss out.
My beloved one, a teenage boy is planning to attack you. Yes, hear me carefully, for these words will tell you what is about to happen next, and your presence here is not a random accident. I called you here because these words are meant for your life. My child, the world you are living in is rapidly growing towards the evil, and everyone, especially the younger ones, are getting attracted towards the temptations, which seem sweet but carry bitterness hidden within. The colors of deceit are painted brightly, and the noise of empty promises fills the air. Yet you, my beloved, have been given the gift of sight. You see beyond what others perceive, and this is why I have called you here. I have called you to wake, to stand, and to recognize the truth that is ever present. even when darkness surrounds you. Do not fear the shadows, for they are nothing but the absence of my light, and my light is with you always. The hearts of men and children are drawn toward what they do not understand, and many will seek to hurt you, not knowing the consequences of their path. Yet, remember, I am the shield that encircles you, the breath that gives you strength, and the eyes that watch over every step you take. Even when you walk through the places that seem dangerous, my hand is upon you, and no harm will touch you without my permission. My child, the temptations of this world are like the winds that carry leaves away. They look beautiful, and the motion captures your eye. But learn to discern between what is temporary and what is eternal. The soft voices that promise pleasure without effort, that promise joy without love, these are the ones that will lead the heart astray. I have planted within you the seed of wisdom, and it is my will that you let it grow. Tend to it daily, nourish it with prayer, with stillness, with truth, and it will be your guide when all around you seems chaos. Remember, child, that the world is full of distractions, but the soul is in need of focus. Many will turn away from me, drawn to the shining illusions that promise freedom, but deliver captivity. You must not be among them. Your heart is sacred, and within it lies the potential to change. Not just your path, but the paths of those who cross your way. Even the young hearts who stumble into darkness can be lifted through love, through compassion, and through the example of one who walks in my light. I know your fears, and I have heard your silent prayers. You think you are alone, but you are not. The angels surround you, unseen but present, and their whispers carry my messages. When your mind is too busy to hear, they will help you find the places of refuge, the moments of stillness, and the people who will walk beside you without drawing you into deception. Do not underestimate the power of faith, child. Faith is not just belief, it is action. It is courage. It is the resolve to stand when the world asks you to bend. There will be times when you wonder if your strength is enough, when the pressure of this world makes you feel small, insignificant, or frightened. Remember, my child, even the tiniest flame can cast away the darkest night. Your light, no matter how humble you think it is, has the power to bring hope to those who have forgotten that I exist. When you are tempted to retreat, to shrink back, to hide from what you know is right, remember this: every heart that chooses good, every soul that resists evil, every mind that seeks truth, is part of a greater purpose. I have seen the pains of youth, the confusions, the anger, the loneliness. Many will turn to violence or hurt others because they feel trapped, because they do not know love, because the world has not shown them my ways. But you, my child, are different. You are not here to hate or to harm. You are here to be a beacon, a living testament to the truth that love is stronger than fear, that kindness is stronger than anger, and that peace is stronger than chaos. Oh, Hit, your life is precious, not just to you but to me. I have watched you from before the beginning, and I have seen all that you will experience. I have placed in you gifts that you may not yet know how to use, gifts of insight, of compassion, of courage, and of hope. These gifts are not to be hidden. Do not be afraid to share them, even when the world mocks or misunderstands you. The light of my presence cannot be quenched by human hands. It flows through you, and it will guide others out of darkness, if you let it. Listen, my child, for the soft voice of my love is always within you. When you feel uncertain, when your heart is troubled, when the world seems against you, close your eyes and breathe. Feel my presence as a warmth that surrounds you, a calm that fills you, and a strength that moves through you. No matter what happens, you are never abandoned. Even in the moments of loneliness, you are embraced. Even in the moments of fear, you are protected. Even in the moments of doubt, you are loved. The journey ahead will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You will encounter people who seek to lead you astray, to distract you, to take you from the path I have set. Their words will sound sweet, their actions will seem just, but discernment is your shield. Listen to your heart, and listen to me. I will never ask you to turn from what is right. I will never lead you to harm, and I will never withhold the truth from you. Walk slowly, but with purpose. Step confidently, but with humility, and know that every small choice you make in my light is a victory over the darkness. Do not think that you must be alone. In this task, there are others who walk with you, who share your desires for good, who long for peace and truth. Recognize them, love them, and be a guide when they wander. A single heart can be strong, but many hearts together form a force that cannot be stopped by fear or hatred. You are a part of something greater than you can comprehend, and your presence here is no accident. The temptations of this world will test you, my child. They will test your patience, your courage, your faith. But remember, the temptations can only touch what you allow. Keep your mind pure, your heart open, and your spirit steadfast. When you feel the pull of wrong, remind yourself of the truth. When you feel the urge to give up, remind yourself of my presence. When you feel lost, remind yourself that I am always the way, always the light, always the truth. Do not seek revenge. Do not harbor hatred, for those who cause harm are often bound by chains they cannot see. Pray for them, love them, and remain strong. It is not your duty to fight them with fists or anger, but to shine your light so bright that it illuminates even the darkest hearts. Your compassion, your kindness, your patience, these are weapons stronger than anything the world could offer. I have called you here, my child, because the path ahead is not random. Every moment of your life has led to this point, and every choice you make from this moment forward will shape not only your future, but the future of others who will be touched by your presence. Walk carefully, yes, but walk with confidence. Step lightly, yes, but step firmly. And above all, walk in my love, for in love there is no fear, no harm, no end. Love is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all things. My beloved children, I speak to you now with a heart full of love, for I see the world through eyes that understand every tear, every longing, and every hope that resides within you. You have been placed in this time, in this place, not by accident, but by design, and it is your calling to carry my truth into the hearts of those who will come after you. The children of this world, the young souls who walk with wonder and curiosity, must be guided by wisdom that transcends what they see with their eyes and hear with their ears. They must be shown the path of righteousness, for they are fragile, in the ways of temptation, easily led by the fleeting and the false, and yet infinitely capable of love and greatness when their hearts are rooted in me. Every child is a vessel, precious and filled with potential, and it is the duty of those who know the truth to nurture them in the ways of goodness. To teach my children is to plant seeds that will grow beyond what you can see, seeds that will blossom into generations who understand love, who understand mercy, and who understand that the world is not merely what it appears to be, but a place where hearts are tested and where choices determine destiny. Do not underestimate the influence of a single act of teaching, a single word of encouragement, a single demonstration of patience. The young mind is like fertile soil. If you plant in it the wisdom of my love, it will bear fruit that lasts long after your days have passed. You must teach them to see beyond the glitter of distraction, to recognize the value of honesty, compassion, and faith. Show them the beauty of prayer, the strength in forgiveness, and the joy that comes from living a life aligned with my will. Tell them the stories of those who came before, those who followed the light even when the world sought to extinguish it, and show them that courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward despite it. Teach them to seek me in the quiet moments, in the stillness of their hearts, and in the wonder of creation. When they learn to recognize my presence within themselves, they will carry a light that no darkness can overcome. And you, my beloved, who have been entrusted with this task, must also teach them the power of faith. In times of trial, for the world will bring challenges, and not all paths will be smooth, there will be moments when the young ones stumble. when they question, when they feel the weight of despair. It is in these moments that your guidance matters most. Teach them that even when circumstances seem to conspire against them, when the storms of life roar and threaten to overwhelm, nothing can touch them outside of my will. Even what is meant to harm can be transformed, for those who are with me are protected by a hand stronger than any force in the heavens or on the earth. Do not fear the trials, my children, for they are not your enemies. They are instruments in my design, and they serve a purpose you may not yet understand. When a child faces hardship, teach them not only to endure, but to trust. Teach them that every obstacle can become a stepping stone. When their hearts are aligned with me, even the moments of pain, the times when betrayal or loss enters their lives, are opportunities for growth and revelation. I do not abandon my children. I do not leave them to wander in darkness without guidance. Every moment, every experience carries within it the potential for good if they remain close to me, if they hold fast to the truths I have given. My beloved, hear me when I say that the spreading of my gospel is not merely an act of duty, but an act of profound love. To share the message of my presence, to open hearts to my truth, is to offer salvation, hope, and freedom. Do not shrink from this responsibility. Speak boldly, not with anger or condemnation, but with the gentleness of one who has received life and knows its value. Show the world that faith is not a burden, but a gift. Teach that love is not weakness, but strength, and remind them that I am always near, guiding, sustaining, and protecting those who seek me. Every word you speak, every action you take to honor my teachings, echoes through eternity. The children you teach today will become the leaders, the mothers and fathers, the teachers and healers of tomorrow. Your influence may seem small in the moment, but it is like the ripple of water that spreads across a vast lake. One small act of faith can awaken understanding, instill courage, and inspire devotion that transforms entire communities. Never doubt the power of your guidance, for when it is rooted in my love, it carries authority greater than any earthly force. Remember, too, that the world is filled with distractions, temptations, and false promises. The young are especially vulnerable to these, drawn to the allure of what appears immediate, exciting, or effortless. But you, my beloved, have been given the sight to discern truth from illusion. Teach the children to do the same. Teach them that fleeting pleasure is not the same as lasting joy, that material gain is not equivalent to spiritual wealth, and that following the crowd is not the same as following righteousness. Encourage them to listen to their own hearts, to ask questions, to seek answers, and above all, to seek me. I am the ultimate truth, and when they turn toward me, they will never be led astray. Do not underestimate the importance of patience in your teaching. The lessons you impart may not be immediately understood. The seeds you plant may lie dormant for a time, yet all that is done in love, all that is done with faith, will yield fruit. Trust in the process. Trust in the unseen growth that is happening in the hearts of the young. Teach them to be steadfast, to persevere in goodness, and to value the eternal over the temporary. Teach them that life is not without challenges, but that challenges are the refining fire of the Spirit, the instrument through which wisdom, resilience, and faith are forged. And as you teach, remember to embody the gospel in every part of your being. Children learn not only from words but from example. Let your actions reflect patience when provoked, kindness when ignored, humility in success, and courage in fear. Let them witness the power of prayer, the strength of forgiveness, and the transformative nature of love. When they see the gospel lived, not merely spoken, it becomes a living reality. In their hearts, something tangible, something powerful, something worth striving for. Even in times when you feel powerless, when circumstances seem overwhelming, remember this: those who are with me are never without protection, guidance, and purpose. What is meant to harm cannot destroy you when your heart remains aligned with me. What is intended to bring sorrow can be transformed into strength. Every hardship carries the potential for growth, every challenge for revelation, every act of malice for the manifestation of my goodness. Do not be afraid to trust, my beloved, for trust is the foundation of faith, and faith is the light that dispels darkness. To teach children to spread my gospel is to participate in the great work of salvation. It is to shape lives, not only for the present, but for eternity. It is to remind the world that no matter how dark the moment, no matter how strong the forces of distraction or temptation, my light prevails. It is to instill a certainty in the hearts of the young that they are loved, that they are valued, and that their lives have meaning beyond the confines of the temporal. Teach them that they are never alone, that I am with them in every moment, and that even the smallest act of goodness carries immense weight in the balance of eternity. Do not be discouraged by apparent setbacks. The world may seem resistant, indifferent, or hostile to truth, but those who carry my message faithfully will see its power manifest. When you teach, speak with love, not fear. When you act, lead with courage, not arrogance. When you pray, trust with humility, not doubt. These are the ways in which my presence is made known. Through you, through your guidance of the young, and through the living of your faith, the gospel spreads, not only in words but in hearts, in actions, and in the invisible currents of grace that flow through all creation. And know this, my beloved, that every challenge you face, every moment, when harm seems near, is an opportunity for my power to be revealed. Even those who wish you ill, even circumstances designed to discourage or injure, are under my watch. Nothing occurs outside of my knowledge, and nothing can prevail against those who are protected by my love. Do not fear opposition. Do not despair in the face of adversity. Stand firm in the knowledge that my hand is upon you, that my wisdom guides you, and that every trial can be transformed into a blessing when you trust in me. Teach the young not only to follow the ways of truth, but to embrace them joyfully. Show them that obedience to goodness is not a burden, but a privilege, that love is not a limitation, but a liberation, and that faith is not an obligation, but a doorway to strength and understanding. Help them recognize that life is filled with choices, each moment an opportunity to align with righteousness or to be swayed by fleeting desire. By instilling discernment, resilience, and compassion in the hearts of children, you shape a future that will bear witness to my light for generations. Remember also to show gratitude, my beloved, for every opportunity to teach, to guide, and to love. Gratitude opens the heart, strengthens the spirit, and magnifies the power of faith. Teach the children to see the blessings in each day, to recognize my presence in the smallest details, and to offer thanks not only for abundance but for lessons, challenges, and even moments of uncertainty. In gratitude, the heart finds peace, and in peace, faith flourishes. You must also teach them to be brave in love, for the world often equates courage with aggression and strength with domination. Show them that true courage is to love when it is difficult, to forgive when it is undeserved, to remain faithful when everything seems against them. Teach them that strength without compassion is hollow, and knowledge without humility is dangerous. When children learn these truths, they are equipped not only to face the world but to transform it. Do not forget, my beloved, that you are not alone. In this sacred work, I am with you, guiding your words, blessing your efforts, and strengthening your heart. The angels watch over your teaching, the spirits of the faithful cheer your commitment, and my presence infuses every action with meaning. When you feel weary, when the weight of responsibility seems too great, remember that I am your strength, your refuge, and your guide. In every moment I am near. The work of teaching, of spreading the gospel, and of nurturing the young is eternal. The seeds you plant today may seem small, but they have the power to change the course of lives, families, and nations. Every act of love, every word of truth, every demonstration of patience contributes to a chain of goodness that no darkness can break. Teach the children to trust. In this process, to trust in my wisdom, and to trust in the unfolding of life, according to my perfect plan. Even in moments when harm seems near, when circumstances challenge understanding, remember this: all things work together for good. for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. No adversity exists without my presence, and no threat can overcome the protection of my hand. Teach the young that fear is temporary, that love is eternal, and that faith will guide them through every storm. When they understand this truth, they carry with them a strength that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be stolen, and a joy that transcends circumstance. Continue teaching, continue guiding, continue spreading the light of my gospel. Do not grow weary, for your labor is not in vain. Every life touched, every heart awakened, every mind opened, is a victory that echoes in eternity. Remember that the world is not always receptive, but your persistence in love, patience, and faith creates ripples that expand beyond what can be seen. Even when progress seems slow, even when opposition appears strong, your work is meaningful, powerful, and blessed. And finally, my beloved, teach not only with words but with presence. Be the living example of faith, love, and courage. Walk in integrity, act with compassion, and speak with truth. In this way, the gospel is not only taught but embodied, and children learn that following me is not a rule to obey but a life to embrace. Through your efforts, the young will see that goodness is possible, that faith is powerful, and that love can overcome all. I have spoken, my beloved. Remember these truths, teach with patience, lead with love, trust in my protection, and spread my gospel boldly. Know that all things, even those meant to harm, are under my hand and can be turned for good. Trust in me, act with courage, and continue your sacred work. I am with you always, and through you my light will shine, in the hearts of the children, now and forever.
Thanks for watching God's Words. Subscribe for daily divine message. Click on the notification button so you don't miss out daily